Hi everyone, good evening. This is Nathaniel, and I'm so glad that you're here with me tonight. This is the first class in our six weeks webinar series, and where you're gonna learn everything that you need to know in order to be able and publish your ebook with Amazon. So the way it's gonna work, every week we're gonna have a class about a different topic. Today's topic is how to open an account with Amazon. And as you can see, I'm sharing my screen with you. So I'm gonna go step by step and tell you what you need to do. In order to open the account correctly and to publish your book. So we're gonna start, and as you can see on your screen, I'm logged into the KDP Amazon account. KDP stands for Kindle Direct Publishing, and that's where you're gonna publish your books. So people who have Kindle or the Kindle app can download the book. You need to log in into kdp.amazon.com. If you don't have an Amazon account, you're going to need to open an account with Amazon first. And then the same email that you use to open the account with Amazon and the same password you can use to log in into the KDP account. So what you see now is basically the KDP page, the main page. There's a short video there that I highly recommend watching. It's going to tell you a little bit about Kindle and how you can publish your book there. But after you watch this video, you need to sign in. So I'm going to sign in into the account. And what you see now is basically the bookshelf. But if it's your first time to log in into the account, you're gonna need to click yes, that you accept the terms and conditions of KDP. You can go over it and read it, but in order to publish the book, you need to do that first. So after you do that, and before we even add a new title, a new book, your book, I highly recommend to add your account information about taxes. That's where they need all the information to be able to pay you royalties, because the way it works, you sell books on Amazon, they keep either 75% or less, and you get paid the rest. But in order to do that, you need to fill your tax information. And if you click right here to update now, you're gonna get into this screen. And here you need to fill in your information. This is an account I opened before just to demonstrate that. You need to fill up your full name, country, and you can choose from here. Right now, I know all of you are from the US, so just select United States. But if you're from a different country, select different country. I'm gonna select United States. Address line, whatever your address here is, let's put Main Street, it doesn't matter, your address, where you live, New York, all the information that they're asking for, make sure to fill in. After that, you need to complete your tax information. So I'm going to open it in a new tab. I want you to see what it is. I'm going to sign in. Oops, sorry, it doesn't take me anywhere. So I'm going to go back to it later. But basically, even if I'm unable to go there right now, all you need to do is click that button. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just, there was some a technical problem here, and I just solved that. Anyway, you need to complete the tax information. As I said before, it's going to ask you either for your social security number. If you are a business, it's going to ask for your business details, but you can enter your personal information there, whatever they ask. If you have any problems doing that, you're unable to do that, send me an email, and I'm gonna contact you, and we can go over it together. Again, this is just for this group, so you can shoot me an email. It's not supposed to be a problem, but if you have problem, just contact me and we'll do it together. Now we're moving to your royalty payments. That's where you need or you want to choose how to get the royalties. And the options that you have is to get paid either by check or by direct deposit to your bank account. If you choose a direct deposit, and EFT and wire stands both of them for a direct deposit to your account, you need to add your bank account information right here, your bank account information, in order to get a direct deposit of the royalties. If you don't want to do that, just choose check, and requires a minimum of $100 in royalty and may incur fees from your bank. But I chose EFT, a direct deposit, and I get the money to my bank account every month. So remember, complete that information, extremely important. Unless you do that, you're unable to get any money from Amazon. So complete the information. If you have, again, if you're unable to do that for some reason, contact me. My email is ali@alinathaniel.com. And now let's move to the part where you actually starting to publish your book. And this is the bookshelf. That's what we call the bookshelf. And as you can see, that's what it says, bookshelf, but we also have the option to get reports, to connect with the community, and I highly recommend doing that. You can find so many answers just by logging into the community. You can ask questions, you can connect with other authors, etc. And the KDP Select, if you want some more information about what KDP Select is, you can go there, but I'm going to talk about it as well. So let's say the first step, you have your manuscript ready and you want to go on and publish your book. The first step would be to add new title. So you click here, you click the yellow golden button, and you get here. And what it says is the step one is your book. You need to fill in all the information about your book. It's not that complicated. I'm going to show you how to do that. Then step two, you're going to need to choose the rights, the royalty package, and price your book. And optional is KDP Select benefits. I'm going to talk more about KDP when we get to marketing, but just a few sentences about what KDP is. is the option to give Amazon exclusivity to sell your book for exclusivity for 90 days. And during that time, you're not allowed to sell your book anywhere else. And in return, you get the option to give your book for free for 5 days. So that's what KDP Select is all about. You can read more here. Now, introducing KDP, again, you can read more. I'm going to ask you not to check this box yet until your book is actually published and until you make up your mind about that. Now, getting started, isn't that exciting? I know the first time it seems like it is so hard and you have no idea what to do, but actually it's very exciting, and I'm very excited to help you do that. The first step when it comes to publishing your book is to enter your book details. And the first detail is your book's name. You can enter anything that you want to. Let's say my book's name is How to Ride a Bike. I can put anything here and I can change it, tomorrow. I can change it basically anytime. So don't be too scared to put a title here. This is actually your homework until next week to enter all the details that you know already. It doesn't have to be correct. Sometimes you can actually change the title even after your book is published. So just put something there. Subtitle. This is more of to explain in details what your book is all about. And I'm going to say the right way to teach your child how to ride whatever. But let's say if my book's title is The 6 Steps Plan to E-Publishing, my subtitle is How to Self-Publish and Market Your Book on Amazon. Just get into more details. The next thing that people are not thinking about usually is to write a series of books. And Amazon actually help you to promote a series. So if you're thinking of writing more than one book, check this box. And then you can type the series title. I'll just write something, it doesn't make sense, but it doesn't matter. I'm just demonstrating. Children on bikes. Again, for me, I have a few series of my children's books. One of them is the Sparkly Me series. I call it Empowering Children or something like that. I don't remember exactly. And another series is The Most Wonderful Time of the Year, where I have a series of books about seasons. So keep in mind that if you have an idea for more than one book, check this box, give it a name, and it's going to help you later to market your book. Now, volume, this is the first time you publish your book, put volume 1. Edition number, you can put number 1 again. It has to be a number. If at some point you're gonna add something to your book, so you can, and it's gonna be significant, you can write number 2, so that it means edition number 2. And always, if you have any questions about anything, you can just hover over what's this, and it's going to give you all the details about this field. Now, we're going to move to the publisher. So who do you think the publisher is? That's true. You are the publisher. So you need to put your name in this field. And I'm going to put my name here. And this is just great because you are a self-published author. You're both an author and a publisher. Let me just go back to the webinar room, see if you have any questions. All right, so yes, thank you for asking. The publisher is you. If you had a book published with a publisher in the past, but you got the rights back, so yes, this is your name. You are the publisher now. This is what self-publishing is all about. Book description. And usually, you know, you can write something here, and I encourage you to think about how do you want to describe your book. This is part of the marketing. You need to make the description appealing to the reader. You have about 7 seconds to convince them to click and buy your book. So your description should be, you know, a little juicy, very interesting. Leave a question mark at the end. Tell them what it's all about, how it can solve a problem for them. We're going to talk about book descriptions in more depth in, I think, in the 3rd or 4th class, how to do it right, how to use a little bit of HTML code just to make the characters bold or in color. So, and I'm going to give you examples of good descriptions and not so good descriptions. But keep in mind that, you know, people want to know what your book is about, and you need to market it to them. You need to convince them to buy your book. So let's just say this book will help you make more money. You can start by that, or, you know, anything that you can think about that might solve a problem to your potential reader. But the book description can be up to 4,000 characters, so you have plenty of space to describe your book. Again, we're going to talk about it later in the next classes. Book contributors. Let's click the button and see what's there. So here you have the option to add all the names of the people who contribute to this book. It can be the author, you, the editor, illustrator, photographer, you know, choose from the list. And I like to give credit to the people who helped me. So usually I have an illustrator and I have an editor. So first I'm going to put my name here. Of course, it should be your name on your book. Sorry, Nathaniel is my last name, so I'm going to paste it here. Title, I'm the author. Now I want to add another contributor to the book. So I'm going to click here. If you are the illustrator of your book, put your name under illustrator as well. My illustrator is Sugar Snail. So I'm going to give her credit, one of my illustrator. My editor, and so on and so on. And you can add as many contributors as you have, and then you need to save it. So you can see it right here. Ali Nathaniel, the author, Sugar Snail, the illustrator, and Marsha B, the editor. Language. It wasn't there 2 years ago, but now you can actually choose in what language you want to publish your book. I assume that we all want to publish in English, at least the first book, but you can, choose different languages. There's even Hebrew here, and Japanese, French. So just choose, and even if it's a language that you write from right to left, like Hebrew or Japanese, you have the option to publish those books as well, and that's really great, and it's relatively new. ISBN. So I always asked about ISBN, what does it mean? And basically this is a number, you can read more about it here, but this is a serial number that you get from the Library of Congress, and it's going to be connected with your book. So every time somebody see that number or scan it, it leads to your book. You don't have to have an ISBN in order to publish on Amazon, because they're going to give you their ASIN, and that's free. If you want an ISBN, you're going to need to buy the ISBN. It's not that expensive, and you can Google it, buy ISBN. It's very easy. It's up to you. I didn't buy ISBN until now. I'm thinking about doing it, but you don't have to do that. Verified your publishing rights. So what you want to choose is, this is not a public domain work, and I hold the necessary publishing rights. This is your work. You wanna choose that. Again, you can read more about it here. Target your book customers. I'm gonna talk in more depth about it in a few weeks from now, but I want to show you what it means, because I always talk about choosing the right categories for your book, and that's what they mean. But target your book to customers, because people are looking for books either by keywords or by categories. And here they give you the option to add categories, to choose categories. So this is the industry standard categories, and they're not exactly the same as the Amazon categories. But for now, as homework, I want you to browse through all the categories here and try to figure out which 2 categories are the best categories for your book. So just want to give you an example. Do you see the plus sign here on the left side? Every time you click a plus sign, it's going to open more options. And the first time, it's going to take you at least an hour to go through all that and find the best categories. But take your time, make sure you know what your book is about, and you find the best way to market it to your customers or to your readers. So let's say I clicked business and economy. Every time you check a box, it means that you chose that category. you can click again and it's, you know, it's gone. But every time you click it, you're gonna see the category that you chose right here. So this is business and economy general. In general, I recommend not to choose general. Be very, very specific. Business and economy, advertising and promotion is more specific. Let's see, business communication, you can click the plus sign, and then it's going even in more details. So if you choose that category, you're going to see here business and economics, business communication, meetings, and presentations. If that's what your book is about, that's the category you want to choose. Let's take another example. This is all under business. So I'm going to go to the fiction part. I'm going to click fiction. Again, general, action and adventures, African American. There are more options under that. You can see the plus sign. And let's say Christian. And under that, I'm going to choose fantasy. So the two categories that I have is the business and economics, and then the fiction, Christian, fantasy. And I can choose only two categories. That's it. Amazon will not allow you to choose more. At the beginning, 2 years ago, you were able to choose more than that, but right now it's not possible. So make sure to choose really the best categories. Target your book to your customers. Beside the categories, you can choose age range, and this is great for, let's say, children's books, or if you write an adult book and you don't want, you know, people under 18 to read your book, etc. So you can choose the age range. Let's say 16 and up, or if it's for children, you can choose 3 to 6, whatever you think is the audience of your book. Excuse me. US grade range. So this is if you write mostly for children, you can target them by that. My book is for 6th grade up to 8th grade, and that's how you make sure that you make it much more specific, and people can find your book more easily when they need to. Keywords. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat box and I'll try to address them. Keywords. I always get tons of questions around keywords, and this is great, because when it comes to keywords, that's the best way to make sure people are going to find your book among the millions of books that are out there on Amazon. And keywords are the words that describe your book best. Let's say I write children's books, so a keyword for me can be children's book or children's books. And you need to perform keyword research. I'm going to have a whole class just on how to perform keyword research, because it sounds easy, but it's not that complicated, but you need to know what to do, and it takes time. My clients always tell me, it took so much more than we thought it's going to take. So, block 2 hours in your calendar when you're about to do keyword research, but I'm going to show you how to do that the right way a few weeks from now. But let's say your keyword is business and what was it? I'm not sure. Business and let's go back to um, economics. Economics. So you type it here, and then you need a comma, and you can write the rest of the keywords. Amazon allow you to come up with up to 7 keywords, and I always say use all 7 keywords. You have that option. Don't, use only 2, because authors do that. I don't know why. I'm not sure. Are they too lazy to do the research? I'm not sure, because that's the best way to make sure people are going to find you on Amazon. So you put those keywords in: business and economics, fantasy, Christian. A keyword can be anywhere from one word to a sentence, and I recommend go for at least 2, 3, 4, 3 up to 4, because that's how it's going to make it much more specific. Christian is very broad. People are going to look for Christian, but they might not want a Christian book. So a better keyword would be Christian book, or fantasy for young adults. Just examples, but you get me. At least 2 words, anywhere 2, 3, 4 words is usually the best. You can go beyond that, and you can also do only 1 word, but then it's really hard to compete with all the other keywords out there. Again, I'm going to talk about how to do that research and how to find the best keywords for your book in a few weeks from now. Today, we're just going over the field here, and I'm explaining what you need to do in each one of them. Now, number 4 is a new option. It wasn't there until 2 months, and what it says is that you can basically choose if you want to publish your book right now, or you want to make it available for pre-order. So if you choose pre-order, you still need to upload your book and everything, but you can say, okay, my book is ready, but today is the beginning of November. I want to release my book on November 30th. And it gives you some time to reach out and get more reviews, to let people know that you have a new book, to create the buzz around it, and to make sure that on the day you release the book, a lot of traffic is you want to have a lot of traffic to your page on Amazon. That's an option. It's great. That's how it works in the traditional publishing industry. And now we have the option to do it here. Again, if you're not going to do anything, if you're not going to talk about your book, if you're not going to post it on Facebook, Twitter, get some traffic to Amazon, it's not going to, it's not going to matter. But so you can choose, I'm ready to release my book now. But the pre-order is a great option. Upload or create a book cover. I'm not going to talk about it now. We're going to talk about it in a few weeks from now. But here you can choose an image. I clicked the upload an image, and they ask me to save changes and continue. And then I have the option to choose a cover. The book cover that I have. I just want to show you how easy it is. So it opens my desktop, and then I can choose. And actually, this is not my computer, so it's going to be hard. I can't really demonstrate from here, but the way you do it the way you do it everywhere else. Browse the image and upload it. It's very, very easy. For next week, I'm going to make sure that I have an image on this computer, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Upload your book file. That's where you actually upload the book itself. But before that, select a digital rights management, DRM, and this is up to you. I want to read it with you. What DRM is intended to inhibit unauthorized distribution of the Kindle file of your book. Some authors want to encourage readers to share their work and choose not to have their DRM. And I actually, that's what I choose. I choose not to have DRM, but it's up to you. Apply to their book. If you choose DRM, customers will still be able to lend the book to another user for a short period and can also purchase the book as a gift for another user from the Kindle store. Important. Once you publish your book, you cannot change its DRM setting. That's basically the only thing you cannot change. So you need to make up your mind. At the beginning, I chose to enable digital rights management. Now, I don't always do that, but you know, it depends on my mood. So do your research and choose what you think is best for you. Just keep in mind that once you choose, you can change that. To enable pre-order for your book, at this time you must submit either the final version of your book file or a draft manuscript. And this is because I chose to make my book available for pre-order. So if you choose that, you need to upload some version. It doesn't have to be the final version, but they're going to ask you to upload the final version at least a week before you release the book. Let's put I'm ready to release my book now, so they're not going to ask anything about it. Now, this is how you upload your book file. And before we do that, we need to talk about how to format the book for Kindle. And I'm going to talk about it, I think, around week 4. So be patient about it. It's going to be a whole class just about how to format your book for Amazon. And then you can just browse the file, upload it, and you will be able to review it. And after we will format the book, I'm going to show you how to do that. So you format the book, you upload it to Kindle, to KDP, and then you can view how it's going to look like on the device. And it's really great because you, if there are any errors or typos or whatever, you can find about it before you release the book, and that's really, really important. So I just want to go quickly about what we talked about today. The first thing was to open an account with Amazon. Then log in, and I'm gonna just make it easier for you, and I'm gonna redirect you to the KDP Amazon. It's gonna open a new window for you on your computer, and you're gonna go there and log in using your email and password that you created for Amazon, for the Amazon account. The next thing that you need to do is to agree to the terms and conditions. That's only the first time that you log into the KDP account. Only the first time. After that, it's not going to ask you again. After you do that, you need to fill in all the information for tax purposes. And I spoke about it at the beginning. Just go on, fill in everything. If you have any questions, contact me. Another important thing is that at any time, and you can go and contact Amazon if you have any question. Just at the bottom of the page, it's in gray, light gray. You can see the contact us. You can ask them any question that you want. They're not always giving you the best answers, but that's a great tool, and I use that a lot when I just started. I really, every time I had a question and I wasn't clear about what to do or how to promote my book, I just went on the contact us and I sent them a question. So we talked about the title, how to just enter. That's your homework for next week. Just go over this page and just experiment with it. Enter your book's title, subtitle, click this book is a part of a series, just so you'll see that it opens. You can write something in there. You don't have to. If you don't want to, you can, check it off. Edition number, this is going to be number 1 for now. Publisher, always you, unless you publish for someone else and you have a contract with them that you are the publisher. So your book, you are the publisher. And then the book description, that we're going to talk more when it comes to marketing, but you need to make sure to write something that will sell your book. And if you hover over the what's this, you can see your book description is what customers see as they shop the Kindle store. And let me just show you something, not here. Let me go to the Amazon.com. Just, I want you to be clear what the book description is all about. I'm gonna search myself and I'll click on one of my books and I'll book description. So let's say Dancing with the Sun. That's actually a book that is perma-free on Amazon, which means you can download it for free at any time. So if you want to experiment with Kindle, you can download the Kindle app for free, and then you can go look for this book and download it for free. So you can see how it looks like on the device. And oh, something happened. Excuse me. I'm going to show you the screen again. I'm going to share the screen again. Let me just make sure you can see it now. Okay, perfect. So this is my free book, Dancing with the Sun, and I just want to show you the book description. In this case, it's not very long. But the description, I tell the readers that this is a book for girls aged 3 to 5 that will empower them and make their inner sun shine. So I'm creating some curiosity here, and then I write something about the book. You can see the colors, you can see the bold letters here. I'm going to teach you how to do that. Most authors doesn't know how to do that. It requires some HTML skills, but I'm going to show you where you can actually create that kind of description without any knowledge of HTML. So let's go back. Okay, so that's about the book's description. Contributors, as I mentioned before, add your name as the author. If you have an editor, illustrator, you can add them as well. The language of your book, you can choose from a long list here. ISBN, I explained about that. If you don't want to invest money in purchasing ISBN, Amazon will give you their ASIN number, so don't worry about it. And again, we spoke about that. Choosing categories, age range, if it's relevant for your book, keywords that we're going to talk more about, how to find the best keywords. If you want to make it available for pre-order or ready to release, upload your book cover. I apologize, next week I'm going to be able to show you how to do that, but it's very easy. Just browse your image from your computer, browse the image from your computer, and then when your book is formatted and everything is ready, you're gonna browse it from here and then view it. I'm not gonna go into pricing, that's the next step, but after you're done, don't forget to click either save as draft, give it some time to save, or if you want to move to the next page, I'm just gonna go quickly. Okay, so it won't let me go to the next page, which is the pricing and royalties. That's it, if I didn't upload my book yet. So I didn't do it today. I'm going to show you maybe next week how to do that. And then I will be able to go there. But basically, you can try and upload a Word document. It might work for you. That's not the right way to do it to publish a book, but you can try if you want to experiment with that. It might work. So this is all for tonight. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them now. If not, you can always shoot me an email. I'll be more than happy to assist you. This is going to be, we have 5 more weeks and then 1 bonus class on January. But as for now, this is the basic on how to start publishing your book. We still have much more work to do. We still have tons of research for keywords and categories, but don't worry, I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to save you a lot of time if you were, if you choose to do everything by yourself and not joining the class. It just takes time. So I'm going to really save you a lot of time. And I think that's it for today. Again, thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you have any questions or topics that you want me to talk about in the next weeks, just send me an email, ali@alinathaniel.com, and I will address all those questions and topics in the following weeks. The purpose of this webinar is for you to be able to publish a book. If you didn't write the book yet, I hope it will inspire you to go back to your desk and start writing the book. So that's it for tonight. I really appreciate your coming here. I'm going to see you again on Tuesday next week at 9 p.m. And I can't really remember what's on the curriculum for next week, but I sent it to you, and that's what we're going to do next week. So good night. Great talking to you, and stay in touch until next week. You have some homework to do, so explore the KDP, the KDP, Amazon KDP. See you soon. Good night.